What's up, guys? I'm gonna try something a little different today. Just gonna do a computer upgrade video. System currently rocking right now. Got a Core i5 4690K, 16 gigs of RAM, rx480 on an asus motherboard. It's a pretty good system so far. I actually really like my rx480. It's louder than I like, and I have a 4K monitor. Started doing research on SLI or cross-firing two 480s. Just to get to the performance of like one 1080, 1070 depending on game and all that. Didn't have money to do it fully today, but I progressively do things. So I got myself the asus 1070 strix. Helps if I hold things up so you can actually see them. But yeah, I'm going to put one of these in it today. I don't know if it'll be next check or the following one though, then I'm going to upgrade, just get another one. Then hopefully, I have a 4K monitor. Most of the games I play aren't really crazy. I don't play a lot of the modern stuff. I'm gonna start. I'm trying to game more. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hopefully be able to do everything in 4K. And I'm hoping in video editing, because I use DaVinci Resolve, which I believe it does. It uses graphics cards to help with the rendering process there, so going to this with a higher clock speed and all that and more cores should help render videos faster. But yeah, waiting for a couple things to finish up. I want to finish one more benchmark with the rx480 before I switch over to this, just to see what my performance gain is today. So yeah, we'll do an unboxing here real quick, and then all you guys will see is everything else going on.
It's some weird Velcro thing, I don't know what that is. That's fine. And then the lovely card itself.
The one thing I'm going to tell you like a lot better about this one, first that rx480, just in terms of sheer weight factor, this thing actually has heft to it. The rx480 I have is reference cooler design and everything on it, so that's part of my issues I have with it. But I got it the day it came out, and I woke up and realized it came out, and I wanted a new graphics card that day anyway, so I went and bought it. But yeah, this is much nicer just in terms of that, and I can run my dual monitor setup again. Since the rx480 has no analog outputs, I haven't been able to run my little 1080 monitor that I have just as a split one for keeping like a YouTube video up while I'm editing on the 4K monitor, but I'll be able to do that again with that, and that has me very Alright, I was going to get all fancy in this video and have graphs and charts and those fancy things that actually correlate numbers to. I lost most of my data that I was saving on the computer with this. I think I just probably deleted it, not paying attention, and I don't want to rerun all the benchmarks again. As a person coming in from the current highest end 480 series, or the 480 series on AMDs, going and buying a mid-range, well, it would technically be a mid-range, it's still a lot more expensive than the AMD, the 480. But yeah, the 1070 kicks his ass in every single way. Heaven's benchmark, what was it? At 1080 it was 85 frames a second better. As you go up in your resolution, the gap drops a little bit, but yeah, if you're going to be playing, well, 1080, both of those cards are unnecessary. Get something cheaper than those if you're going to play at 1080. But 4K, running the benchmark on GTA 5, just off the top of my head, the rx480 was staying somewhere around 30-ish frames a second, with most everything turned up. Some of it still was down. I had to turn everything up to max, besides a couple of the anti-alias things, but render distance, shadow quality, all of that, high as it'll go, to get the 1070 down under 50 frames a second. If you play it somewhat low settings on 4K, the thing was staying 75 to 80 frames a second. You're just going to have your render distance down and shadow qualities and play on about medium and high settings, which still looked really good while I was doing it. Yeah. If you have a complete and utter really low budget, 480 is fine. It's how my computer build started out, was really low budget. It was an AMD FX 6300 and a GTX 960 2GB. Upgraded to an RX480. Then I went and upgraded to the i5 4690K that is in there now with the RX480. Then I went and bought a 4K monitor, and that's what made me kind of want to change around a little bit and look into different graphics cards or two. Yeah, I get a second 1070 in there. It's probably going to be all I'm going to need. I say that, but I probably won't stick with that. I'll save up and then I'll upgrade to 1080s or Titans for no reason at all, just because I want to. I do already now want to upgrade to a 4790K from a 4690, but that's going to be after I get another 1070 and see where it's at if I like it. It's also a hell of a lot quieter. Temperature stays 10-15ish degrees colder during all the tests. When the fans do kick on, they're quieter. Now I'm going from a stock cooler design to the one on the Asus, the 3-fan. We have winged blades and whatever the hell else they say keeps it quieter on there. But yeah. Oh, and I don't like their program for adjusting my lighting on it. I'm telling it what color I want and it doesn't care. So that's annoying. But other than that, it's fine. The overclocking, I haven't fucked with overclocking. I'm probably not going to. During everything, I was getting up to 1911 was what the little overclock they have on it from the factory gets it up to with the boost. So I'm more than happy with that. Like I said, once I get a second one in there, I see no reason to fuck with it again, but I'm going to. If you're the type of person that gets happy with things, go buy a 1070 and you'll be happy.